So this kind of thing right here, this remote disabling of the websites that I try to use to access surveys and sign up for research studies happens so often that it's almost a constant situation because the Greenville Group is sponsoring a psychopath, cybercriminal, and sex offender named Jasmine Irizarry, who, according to Mr. Oleg Alexeyev, the property manager, is a really talented hacker, to prevent me from engaging in certain activities on my devices that involve either the Greenville Group or Irizarry herself, or me and my career and my money. So whenever I try to use either of my cell phones or sometimes my tablets to earn money, to sign up for studies, to apply for jobs, to transfer funds from one bank account to another, to receive money from another person or organization, all of a sudden, what's happening right here in front of you happens when I try to conduct those transactions on my devices. This has been going on for 10 years. The Greenville Group is a corrupt criminal organization that uses criminals to do their dirty work. One of those criminals is Jasmine Irizarry. Irizarry herself admits to being a, quote, IT specialist, and also admits to being a structural engineer. That means that Irizarry is kind of dangerous. She can actually build things or take things apart or put valves on the pipes to a building, for instance, or hack into people's phones and prevent them from engaging in certain activities on those cell phones. This is what you're seeing right now. As you can see, there's a full 5-bar Wi-Fi signal right now on this phone. I am connected to the internet. I am trying to sign up for a research study that would pay me money. This pinwheel of death has happened 3 times so far, each time I've tried to access the website for this organization, even though I was just on their website prior to signing up for the study. I mean, that's how I found out about the study. I was actually on their website looking through the studies. Now the sign-up sheet isn't working. That's just strange because their website was working just fine. So why is the sign-up sheet connected to the website not working, right? So that's just another example of what I keep saying, that a cyber criminal and a psychopath keeps being somehow sponsored to block certain transactions that I try to conduct on any of my electronic devices in real time while I try to conduct them. As you can see right here, I'm connected to the Wi-Fi. See, so it's not a Wi-Fi problem. It's a website problem, and the website was working just fine. So somebody, between the time that I accessed the website and went through their list of research studies and the time that I actually tried to sign up for those research studies, somebody has remotely disabled that particular website. There's also an insane amount of marijuana smoke coming from the bathroom of 78 right now that is requiring that I close this door. There's somebody in the bathroom of 78 that has been smoking marijuana for the last 2 hours now, ever since I woke up at around 8:30. And the water is really greasy. There's some kind of greasy, oily residue in the water that makes it impossible for anything to be rinsed out in this water. It's constant. It's like somebody's dumping oil in the water. That's exactly what it feels like. I'm trying to fill up water bottles, and within about 2 minutes of me trying to fill up water bottles, this water suddenly became greasy and oily. This is just something that keeps happening. And because Irizarry, the psychopath and cyber criminal, who also appears to be some type of a career criminal, claims to be a structural engineer, then it's entirely possible that she has installed a valve system against the pipes to my tap, which is what the construction work that was being done against this wall in 2019 could have been, right? There was 2 hours worth of plumbing and construction work being done against the pipes to my kitchen sink in 2019 from the bathroom of Unit 78, where Jasmine Irizarry, the psychopath, officially resided at that time. Greenville claims that they moved her out in 2022, but that she continues to live in this building. I'm pretty sure they moved her right back into Unit 78 because there have been nonstop disruptions, banging noises, intense amounts of smoke and fumes filling this corner right here from the bathroom of 78, and it's happening right now. So the psychopath wants me to know that she's just right behind this wall. Let's call the Greenville group and see what's going on. I can't use this water right now. I also can't do anything on my cell phone. And there's intense amounts of marijuana smoke filling my entire bathroom and this corner right here from the bathroom of 78. And I'll bet you anything that there's no smoke or fumes coming from the hallway, because there never are. There isn't ever anybody smoking in the hallway outside of my door in large enough amounts to fill all the area all the way over by those windows. It just doesn't happen that way. I don't smell anything over here. It's always coming from the bathroom of 78. Okay, I smell it over here. Somebody's smoking in 78. I always smell it over by the door of 78, but then there's nothing here. There's nothing in the hallway. So it's not coming from the hallway. It's coming from the bathroom of 78. Oh my God, it is so intense in here that I have to actually just keep the door open. This is insane. I shouldn't have to keep my door open just to ventilate the smoke that comes from a tiny, windowless, unventilated bathroom where the Greenville group keeps placing a psychopath named Jasmine Irizarry. That is insane. I mean, they've moved her back into Unit 78, twice now in the last 10 years? They just love to put her in there, don't they? That's not an accident. So in the last 10 minutes, while I've started making this video, the psychopath Irizarry has once again resumed her use of some type of directed energy device. And even while I'm sitting here, just minding my own business, trying to apply for focus groups, research studies, and jobs, and ventilate my space, and now I have to keep the door to the hallway open, she's been smoking in that bathroom right there. And she is just, once again, going to town with the lasering and the tasering, whatever kind of device she's using. It is literally making me feel like my entire body is being electrocuted. I mean, that's exactly what it feels like. This is just unreal. Whoops, hold on. So I've been really patient. I mean, I keep having to leave these voicemails for the Greenville group because there's nonstop marijuana smoke coming from the bathroom behind this wall that never comes from the hallway. It also fills my entire bathroom, and my bathroom is right next to the bathroom of 78. This has been going on for 10 years. This is nothing new.
0 for the front desk.
And the psychopath is also affecting the quality of the water to this unit.
Invalid input. Please try again.
Hello, you've reached the Greenville Real Estate.
Oh, now it's not working.
At any time.
Check this out.
For rentals, press 1. For maintenance, press 2.
Oh,
if you're
now I
interested in selling
can't.
property, press 3. For the office directory, press 4 or press...
Thank you for calling the Greenville Group. How can I help you?
Yes, hi. I'm calling from Unit 89 to report that there's a lot of disruptions that are currently preventing me from being able to do what I need to do in my unit. Coming from the bathroom of Unit 78, where there has been somebody making banging noises late at night and early this morning, and right now somebody is smoking in there and filling my entire bathroom and living space with intense amounts of marijuana smoke that are not coming from the hallway. There's somebody in the bathroom of 78. Did you recently rent that unit to somebody?
I will let maintenance know to go check the unit, okay?
All right, great. Thank you very much. I'll be waiting for them. Thank you. All right, so let's see if maintenance shows up. Let's go stand in the hallway. So I am now smelling an intense amount of marijuana coming from that door right there. I mean, I just don't know if they're not renting out that unit, why there's somebody smoking in it. Okay, so as I keep saying, there's a surveillance device in that corner because whenever I stand there, the psychopath Irizarry starts using her remote tasering device. It always happens when I stand right here. This is where I start getting tasered. This is like it's happening right now. So there's no lock there, but that's weird. Okay, she's a total psycho. She doesn't belong in this building. Anybody who keeps accessing empty units, apparently, I mean, if she was actually living in that unit, they would have said, oh, well, you know, somebody is living in that unit and it's their right to smoke marijuana in their bathroom. They wouldn't say, oh, we'll send maintenance to check it out if she was legitimately living in that unit. So she's just a complete, I mean, she's exactly what everybody keeps saying, which is a psychopath. She's a psychopath. Psychopaths kill people. All serial killers are psychopaths. And while not all psychopaths are serial killers, they come close. They do stuff like this, like literally accessing vacant units and sitting against the wall, the one wall that unit shares with somebody else's unit, and just goes to town with the harassment, the smoking, the banging, the remote tasering. It's called a directed energy weapon. You can actually make your own. There's all kinds of instructional videos on YouTube and on the internet on how to make your own directed energy weapon. And for somebody who claims to be an engineer, well, that's probably just, you know, like an arts and crafts project for her to make a directed energy weapon if she is what she says she is, which is an IT specialist and a structural engineer. Okie dokie. So that's not too far-fetched to think that maybe a psychopath who also has IT expertise and engineering knowledge can make her own directed energy weapon, since they're pretty simple to make, apparently. Oh, now I'm getting tased again. It literally feels like you're standing in a electrical field, right? This is exactly what it feels like. And I'm standing here. There's absolutely nothing around me that could possibly be delivering electrical shock, but it's electrical shock. It goes throughout your whole body. It's like sticking your finger in an electric socket. So the other possibility, and I've actually raised this before, is that there is a double wall separating the living space of Unit 78 from its bathroom. It's basically like a 3-foot wide wall. It looks like there's a closet in it, but there's no door to that space inside of Unit 78. It's possible that the psychopath knows how to get inside that double wall. And that's where she sits. The double wall shares one wall with my shower stall. So she might actually be inside the double wall and not in Unit 78 itself, because that double wall also shares a wall with my shower. And it looks like it's got a ton of stuff in it. I mean, the double wall, right? So it's the first thing you see when you walk into Unit 78. There's a giant 3-foot wide wall separating part of 78 from the bathroom of 78, and it also shares a wall space with my shower stall, with the part of my bathroom that has my shower stall in it. And again, because it's such a giant wall, there's something inside of it. I was told by a former maintenance manager that there's pipes in that wall. So if the psychopath is really a structural engineer, as she claims to be, then she can access the inside of the double wall. I mean, obviously you have to be able to access it from somewhere in the building. Maintenance probably knows how to get in there, right? So if she's friends with maintenance or she's friends with management, then she knows exactly how to access the inside of the double wall, and the double wall is located right behind that door right there. So that's another possibility. I mean, I really don't care. All I know is that her activities in or around the area of my bathroom from the inside of 78 are constantly interfering with what I need to do in the privacy of my apartment, and it is preventing me from being able to use the water, from using the bathroom, from being able to breathe properly in there. She's constantly filling that bathroom with smoke and fumes. She uses a remote tasering device that's called a directed energy weapon to assault me when I do certain things in my bathroom or in my living space, but not others. That's what I care about. I really don't care who's sitting where and what kind of walls are inside of a unit. That's not the issue. My God, there's so much smoke in here right now. It's like I can't breathe in here. Somebody is literally smoking up a storm behind that wall right there. That's because they're agitated, because they probably know they're not supposed to be in Unit 78. And now she's just getting all worked up and agitated, and my entire living space right now is filled with smoke. I have to keep the door open. Yeah, I mean, there's so much smoke in my unit right now. I just have to keep that door open. This is just nuts. Yeah, so it's 12:18. I mean, I'll give maintenance another like 20 minutes to show up and check Unit 78, if they will be doing that at all. Who knows? Okay, so now the marijuana from the door of 78 seems to have stopped. So there's no more marijuana coming out of the door of 78 as there was 10 minutes ago when I started making this video. But now it's filling up my entire living space. My entire unit smells like smoke right now, intensely. So as I'm standing here just waiting for maintenance to show up, Irizarry the psychopath obviously has a problem with me standing here and can see somehow what I'm doing here, because she has once again resumed her use of her directed energy weapon while I've just been standing here waiting for maintenance over the last like 10 minutes or so. So as I keep saying, there's obviously a surveillance device of some sort in this area, which, you know, that makes sense. I mean, it's a hallway. They have the right to do that. But Irizarry apparently has access to the footage and is now literally going to town with her tasering device, also called a directed energy weapon, while I'm just standing here waiting for maintenance, because she seems to have a problem with that. Maybe because she's actually in the bathroom of 78 smoking right now, or in the premises of Unit 78. And that's why my entire living space and bathroom are filled with intense amounts of marijuana smoke right now. When my window is open, the air conditioner is going, I have my door open for ventilation, and my entire unit stinks like 10 people are smoking pot in there right now. Okay, so it's now, as you can see, 12:30 p.m. Monday, June 10th. I've been standing out here for about 25 minutes waiting for maintenance. I called Greenville right around 12:05 or so. Okay, so as you can see, I called Greenville today at 12:07 p.m. That's today. These are also the other times that I called them in the last few days. And while I've been standing out here, all of a sudden there's no more marijuana smoke, even though it was coming out like a lot from that corner right there. But my unit still has the door open because, oh my God. I mean, it's just like it's like a wall of marijuana in here right now. So the psycho is in the bathroom of 78. She always is. That's why there's always banging and slamming noises behind my toilet when I try to use it. That's why she's always tasering me when I'm sitting on the toilet, because she's sitting behind that wall. She's a nut job. My entire unit right now is filled with just a giant wall of marijuana smoke, because that's what the psychopath has been doing for 10 years. This is nothing new. This started happening in 2013. I started reporting it in like 2014. Irizarry, the psychopath, was moved into Unit 78 directly behind this wall sometime in July of 2013. And that's when all the marijuana smoke and unholy aggression and disruptive behavior started happening in the bathroom of 78. As soon as she moved in, it was like all hell broke loose. And it's been going on ever since. And it's still happening right now. I'm standing here waiting for maintenance to check out why there's so much smoke and marijuana fumes filling my bathroom and my apartment right now when I'm not smoking, and it's not coming from the hallway. And I have my window open and the air conditioner going. Okay, so we're about 45 minutes out from my phone call to the Greenville group at 12:07, 40 minutes. And they said they would send maintenance up to check Unit 78 because I reported banging noises throughout the morning and intense amounts of marijuana smoke, as well as the use of some type of remote capacity electronic assault device that has been occurring throughout the morning while I've been lying on my bed and then sitting at my table. Maintenance hasn't shown up yet, even though I basically came out to this landing just after getting off the phone with the Greenville group at 12:07. They could be busy, but in the meantime, the marijuana seems to have stopped that was coming from this door right here. So when I came to this door at 1207, there were intense amounts of marijuana smoke coming from this corner right here. Now that has stopped. But since then, my entire unit has been filled with nonstop marijuana smoke. Oh, see, now it stopped. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, but I smell it over here now. I smell it coming from this wall. So there's someone in Unit 78, obviously. I mean, when you rent to a psychopath, as the Greenville Group has admitted to doing, Jasmine Irizarry is a psychopath. That's a fact. When they choose to rent to somebody who is that mentally disturbed and psychotic, then all bets are off. I mean, nothing is normal. I'm not sure why everybody keeps saying that what I say doesn't make sense. It makes sense if you're dealing with somebody who is a psychopath, who the police keep telling you is a psychopath and is also a sex offender who specializes in surveillance. That's when all bets are off, right? So nothing you say sounds normal because you're reporting the behavior of somebody who is not normal. But there's a huge difference between reporting the behavior of somebody who is not normal and not being normal yourself. I'm actually sitting here trying to mind my own business, and this entire living space throughout the morning has been filled with intense amounts of marijuana smoke. Banging noises from the bathroom of 78 against the back of my sink indicate that there is a physical person in that bathroom right now. And the fact that I have to keep this door open nonstop for ventilation, even though the window is open and my air conditioner is going, this should never happen. My living space should never be filled with toxic fumes and smoke on such a continuous basis that I have to keep the door open constantly and that I have to keep going into the hallway constantly to get fresh air. That is just not something that should ever happen.